What's up, y'all? This your boy Zaynan, and this video is gonna be about healing, forgiveness, and self-reflection. Um, yeah. So, the reason why I want to talk about healing, forgiveness, and self-reflection is because right now I've been facing and self-reflecting on my inner truth and my past, what I've been through. I've been through a lot of hardships in my life, throughout my life, and I never really gave myself the forgiveness to heal and to just acknowledge my own presence. That's a big thing for me. Like, being present here now is like a major gift, because a lot of my past, like, I never really was allowed myself to be present, like fully fulfilled, and just being thankful to be alive and be here and to do what I need to do. Just giving myself the trust to look within and to self-reflect. Just removing my ego, removing my pride, and really just loving me. Like, so, I don't know, man. This journey is really hard. It's not an easy thing to grasp or conceive of. Like, just being a creator and wanting to create more, wanting to explore more of, my inner truth and who I'm becoming every day. Um, yeah, so, like, I had to take a step back because I've noticed, like, in my past, I really neglect myself and haven't been given the acknowledgement or the awareness to be present. And I feel it's important to be present, because being present is like one of the best things in the world, honestly. If you guys can being present is like a gift. And I feel like a lot of humans in this world struggle with being present, because we go through a lot, every day. We're always facing challenges, we're always facing lessons, trials, tribulations, and I feel like the only way we can really truly get past those is if we go within and we self-reflect and we open up to forgiving our hearts on why we've been treating ourselves the way we treat ourselves. And it's not easy, like, putting my ego or my pride aside and just letting go with what my inner God and what higher God, conscious, Christ, whatever you want to call it, like, comes through, you know what I mean? And just being one with myself. It never felt better. And this year, I feel it's very important to just grow and to follow that. Um, this year's kind of been up and down, but it hasn't been as bad as, like, the last several years. And I'm noticing the more self-reflection that I give myself, it feels really good. So, I have other people and friends, um, that also do this, per se. And I don't know, I learn a lot from other people. It's a blessing to me, because a lot of time, or in my past, when I self-reflect, I notice that I take for granted life. Like, I take life for granted in many different ways, and I don't like that. So, like, I had to change that, and I had to, like, really take a step back and just start my healing process. And so, yeah, like, I'm from Ohio, and I've been through a lot of dirt, like a lot of dirt. And I'm not saying that to like impress anybody or push that onto anybody. It's just realizing that the journey of life is not always sunshine and rainbows. It's not always a fun time. Um, I feel like that's why it's so important to get in tune with God and just our higher self and just really self reflect, and forgive ourselves for the different things that we've been through. A lot of us, like, well, me per se, I had a hard time accepting who I am and who I'm becoming because I feel like I'm a dynamic individual and I'm very different from others. And it's not like purposefully, it's just naturally. I don't do what others do. I like to be myself. I like to do what I can do for myself, you know what I mean? And I like being real with myself. I don't have a problem being honest, but I'm not perfect. Like I do have my imperfections and I'm trying to constantly work on those daily to get better. Like this year I've been implementing more spiritual practices in my life and just meditating on what I should be focused on and giving back to myself as in a full fulfillment way. And hey, what's better to do it than to share with yourself through our own spiritual journey, our own experience. Um, I've been trying to get closer to God, honestly, to Christ, and that also has been awakening me as well. It's been like shaking my spirit up on the inside, like trying to tell me to get out and let go and just, give all praise to God because once again, I'm not perfect and I just try to like do better per se daily and become a better human being because all my life I used to go out and like search for exterior things or people for fulfillment, and I realize I come to the self-awareness to realize that like those things and people can't fulfill me. Like only I can fulfill me because I am myself. Like I know myself the best, and it's very important to just be positive and be open to not only ourselves but to new experiences and new perspectives, new ways of learning, new, you know, just what is, and the laws of nature. Like, I always found the universe very profound, and I always found once I've gotten fully where I'm at, um, it's a blessing, and I'm thankful. I'm really grateful for finally being able to be back in my vessel and have this self-awareness and have this understanding of self. It took a very long time and I didn't do it on my own, to be honest. Like I've been learning from lots of people and I'm still trying to get better. It's a practice. It's the journey within is not always pretty. It really isn't, but when we focus on like what's above, it feels good to focus there, first of all. And second, I feel like naturally our true nature comes out and our authentic self comes out, and we get to see that. And that's a beautiful thing. That's what, you know, out there, society or whatever, like the system, matrix, whatever, like tries to condemn us for. And I think that's very, I don't know, wrong or asinine, but it is what it is. Like, there's times in our lives when we can't always focus on the negative, and we gotta like force ourselves to look what we truly are cherishing, because humans, man, we're like valuable. We're very valuable creatures. We're very intelligent. We're like the smartest species, I guess, which makes plenty of sense because there's so many doctrines and theories and religions and, you know, beliefs, spiritual beliefs, all types of different things that allow us to explore the world and explore around us and just nature itself, and I just find that a beautiful thing because in my past I always took in that like as something that I really have to go outside myself to go find, and I'm realizing that it's not there, like it's within, and that's a God. Like that's the best part about it, is just being from within and like, you know, really self-reflecting like what this is all about and what all of this is. And it feels good. It feels good to heal. It feels good to forgive myself now. Um yeah, it wasn't easy process. I really wish I could have like documented more of my process of me going through the things that I have been in the past, because not only have I did that blow my mind, like I probably would have blown a lot of people's minds, but not in a boastful way, just like in exploration of experiences that I've seen from outside of myself, and it's like, okay, I'm starting to really understand. Like now, like our inner self, our inner being is so much. It's so important, All ego aside and pride aside, it's really good to nurture ourselves because I mean we are imperfect and we have. It's just good to take care. You know what I mean? Like really take care of yourself. Um, I still have a lot more to forgive myself about and a lot more healing to do. More so self-loving because like on this journey it's not really, I never looked at it as a competition or something like that I should condemn others for, or just maybe when I was younger in a more arrogant state of mind, but like, I've grown, and the more I've grown, the wiser I get. It's just, it feels good to like self-reflect and be present and just creating our reality, like giving ourselves the true acknowledgement and respect that we deserve towards ourselves, because I learned a lot from, not even just from my parents, but family and different friends. It's pretty amazing. Like I pass up so much potential that I don't acknowledge myself about. There's like, once again I'll say, like it's a gift to be present in this time because time doesn't stop, time is an illusion practically, and we don't have control over it. Like no human does. And for humanity, whatever humans created, the clock or the time zones of nature, like, hey, we can't really fight against those laws, those universal laws. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm just realizing and becoming more self aware. This year, especially, like, it's been hitting me hard. But I've been also, like, studying my spirit and just reflecting on how I respond to different things, how I respond to people and myself, how I'm feeling, really digging deep, like, okay, why did I put myself through all that shit, like, in the past? Because that shit did not feel good. Like, for real, like, all the time, like, I've been through so much, and to finally just be self-receptive and accepting my whole being of who I am, man. Like, it's a beautiful thing. So, yeah, I guess that's all I really wanted to share with y'all. Um, Once again, like, I'm working on continuously healing and forgiving myself for my past actions and my imperfections and, like, the constant spiritual battles that we have in this reality, because I like to ignore that a lot, and now I'm, like, aware of that, and I'm making that more conscious because I want to grow. I really want to grow. Like, like, that's my main purpose while I'm here, baby. Like, I'm growing. Like, so, yeah, and it's funny kind of because God, like, forces me to grow from within, and He's like, you can keep trying to run from all your problems, or you're gonna just have to face them one way or the other. So, like, you might as well just, what I mean, face it. Face them and take it for what it is and make the best of it, because, man, life's a blessing, y'all. Like, life is truly a blessing, and I don't want to take that for granted. I did too much, too many times in the past. So, yeah, no more of that shit. Um, Hopefully, I keep getting closer to God and to Christ, because, it's constant elevation, and just a practice, It's kind of like riding a bike. When you're a kid, you don't really know how to ride a bike. You got training wheels, and you're trying to get on the bike and learn how to keep your balance, learn how to pedal. Well, first you gotta learn how to pedal and steer the damn thing, but a little bit later after that, it's like when you take the training wheels off and you start to learn that you can get going a little bit, you kind of want to ride. Yeah, so, like, yeah, in this journey, I just, I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts on this, and self-reflection is just a big part of my life nowadays, especially nowadays, because I'm at that age, It's very important to me, and so I will forever be trying to raise my vibe, and not even just raise my vibe, just, like, replenishing my soul, because my spirit is, like, really calling for this right now. So I have to go within. I have to do better. I have to heal and forgive myself and take the righteous steps that I need to take in order to get where I'm trying to go. And where I'm trying to go, I'm not really exactly there. I have been taking steps, but I haven't really been so aware or self-aware of it. And for me to just bring this awareness into this time and this reality, it feels good. And so I'm growing up, and it's nothing I can really do about it but to grow. So that's what I'm focusing on. And I hope God, Christ, Spirit, Yahweh, you know, universe, accept me for who I am. Because there really ain't no changing this cat, man. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna try to do my best and get better and just, you know, move forward on drawing more close to God. Because that's, I believe, is like why we're here, and that's like our purpose, our reasoning, and to share that light, to share that with others can be helpful to others, I guess. So, yeah, thank y'all. I thank God. I thank my family. Um, Once again. So, I'm getting out of here. Peace.